I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It happened in England, leaving 2 victims dead, 3 others hospitalized. Fox's Jonathan Savage has details.
Police were called to the synagogue in Manchester, northwest England, after reports of people being hit by a car and stabbed. Officers arrived in minutes and the suspect was shot. Police can't approach to confirm his death because of suspicious items he was carrying. A bomb disposal team is at the scene. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer left a summit in Denmark to fly home.
Additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
Well, because it's Yom Kippur, there won't be a Senate vote until tomorrow, so the government shutdown continues as Democrats keep blocking the Republican bill to extend funding 7 weeks. Vice President Vance says,
they said to us, we will open the government, but only if you give billions of dollars of funding for health care for illegal aliens. That's a ridiculous proposition.
But Democratic Congressman Jake Auchincloss tells Fox,
it is untrue. Undocumented immigrants are not eligible for federal Medicaid dollars.
There are a number of health care provisions in the big, beautiful bill that Democrats are demanding to roll back as a condition to fund the government. Republicans in the White House say these provisions amount to giving health care to illegal aliens. There are a number of line items. They total almost $200 billion. Republicans enacted these reforms to restrict aliens, both lawfully present and illegal immigrants, from accessing federal health programs meant for American citizens.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich. A rough night for some Delta passengers stranded in New York City when one plane hit another.
The low-speed collision happened just before 10 between 2 Canadair regional jets operated by Endeavour Air, a subsidiary of Delta Airlines.
That's Fox's Ted Lindner. Now, the plane's passengers got off safely. None of them were injured. One flight attendant had a minor injury. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Well, back to the government shutdown. There are some in Congress trying to make this the last one ever.
South Dakota Republican Congressman Dusty Johnson says he and Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin have teamed up. They're pushing for legislation that would end government shutdowns.
If the politicians don't have an agreement by the deadline, automatically you extend the previous year's funding for a little while to be able to help provide a little more time for an agreement to be set.
Congressman Johnson told the Fox News Rundown podcast the bill does not provide a consequence for failing to reach an agreement on funding levels.
There is nothing disastrous about having October's funding be the same as September was.
He says if there are future shutdowns, members of Congress shouldn't get a paycheck during one. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
An animal rights pioneer is being mourned around the world. The UN calls Dr. Jane Goodall, who died at age 91, a messenger of peace.
And recognizing her invaluable legacy in promoting harmony between people and nature. The Jane Goodall Institute, which she founded, says Dr. Goodall died of natural causes in California, where she was set to appear as part of a speaking tour. Goodall went to Africa at age 26 to study chimpanzees, where she won their trust and revolutionized science. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed. The day after gains lifted the S&P 500 to a record high. In the baseball playoffs, the defending World Series champions advance.
Line drive, fair ball down the line. That's going to get into the corner.
Mookie Betts drove in 3 runs, leading Los Angeles on to the next round. The Dodgers beat and knocked out the Cincinnati Reds 8-4 on ESPN. 3 other wildcard series will continue. The New York Yankees beat Boston 4-3. San Diego shut out the Chicago Cubs 3-0. And Cleveland got even with Detroit 6-1. They'll all play again today, and the winners will move on to the next round. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Authorities investigating a home invasion in the Urbana area in the 1800 block of South Cottage Grove Avenue by falsely claiming to be a maintenance worker. Once inside, they used physical force in attempts to steal money from the victim. The victim able to push the man away and escape the home to call police. One person killed in a crash on Highway 45 in Champaign County Tuesday night. State police said 2 cars were involved. No names were released, but one driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Champaign, Urbana, and county officials announced this year's trick-or-treating hours Wednesday. Halloween trick-or-treating held from 6 to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. They also said the Champaign County Board approved specific rules and guidelines. They decided that trick-or-treating is going to be held regardless of the day of the week. If the holiday falls on a weekday, trick-or-treating hours remain from 6 to 8 p.m. like it is this year. But if Halloween falls on a weekend, trick-or-treating will be held 5 to 7. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
So Friday's considered a weekend? Is that the deal?
No, it's 5 to 7 on Saturday
for
and
this
Sunday.
week. Okay.
So
5 to 7, but for Saturday, Sunday, that's the weekend. Friday's not a weekend.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why it's
6 to 8. Okay. I'm just
Halloween.
sorting it out. So yeah, it's 29 days away. You can't get too early for your Halloween candy, because what you do is you buy candy and then you taste it to make sure it's decent.
Absolutely.
Before you hand it out.
And always get something the
that
family
happens to
likes.
you guys too, huh?
Yeah. I got some taffies from Grace's baby shower. I've thrown them away. I cannot eat that many taffies.
I see.
I can't. Yep.
Taffy apples or taffies and
just
so?
Taffies, the little wrapper things. I'm definitely a sucker for those.
Caramel.
They're just like the pulled taffy. It's like a banana taffy kind of a.
Yeah, Laffy Taffy.
That kind of stuff, yeah. Which is ridiculous for a man of my stature to be eating so many. I quit. At least for now.
Or walking out the door at Costco with a bunch of boxes of candy.
It's just not what we want to do. I mean, you can have that stuff. Riley had a birthday celebration last night. We had cake. That's fine, but I'm not having it today or tomorrow or anytime this weekend. It's just, you got to go baby steps. Anyway, okay, it is Greg Sawyer, a meteorologist. He tells us about our weekend, which I guess next week may be a chance of rain. At this point, the harvest is coming in strong.
Yes, it is.
And everybody's working,
kind
getting
of
her
slim
done.
pickings at the Philo Tavern for the morning coffee.
No, not really.
I thought they were,
one or two.
Harvesting, and that's why.
No, the attendance is generally, 10, 12. We're at 9
Okay,
to
maybe
10.
they were just gone when I arrived.
Yesterday they went to the breakfast at the Methodist Church.
Right, Countryside off the Sydney Slab is doing their free harvest breakfast.
Some operate under like a coffee clutch, so it may be a mid-morning thing. They get the day started, take a break. Or do their stuff, just wait until lunchtime, a late morning lunch get together.
When the weather's like this, you go, man. Get her done. All right, meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, they're always looking for good members of the team. If you're looking for opportunities for growth and interested in the community health, you can visit carl.org/careers.
All right, sir, we got West Lafayette kickoff 11 a.m. a couple of days away. This is Thursday morning. This is October 2. What do you see?
Great shape. Summertime continues on, and a nice word of caution and care. On these rural routes, you slow it up. Watch for the slower equipment. Watch it at night as well. Keep an eye on the intersections that still have some taller crop canopies. Don't go blowing through the intersection of the stop sign. It is October. It is Farm Safety Month, so all of that goes into the equation around here. And you're computing still some more or less August-like temperature-like levels around here, with readings on Saturday for the ball games into the 80s throughout the Big Ten area, at least as it applies to the Midwest. There is some rain in the forecast, but it's iffy, it's spotty, it's Tuesday, but it is with an October cool front, and just that will cool temperatures back to more seasonal levels, and another relative to almost mid-October warm-up expected to come our way. Maps and charts, the models all over creation and generating just too much nonsense and noise, so ignore it if you see it out there posted on your favorite clip. In any event, straight and narrow for the day today is a day that features sunshine, at least a partly sunny sky. skies, still some high mid-level clouds around. 84 is 10 above average with a light southeast wind, fair 57 tonight. Hot for the day tomorrow and Saturday too, relative to early October at 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, and up to about 87 later in these ball games Saturday afternoon. 86 on Sunday, middle 80s Monday. We do carry 30 to 40% odds that a couple of rain showers will not do anything to help the drought out at all, with a Tuesday high of around 80 degrees. And we're back in the mid-70s on Wednesday and maybe upper 60s for highs. More seasonal next Thursday and Friday as dry weather continues on as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solje.
Well, the Cubs will play Game 3 today.
Yes, they will in the 4 o'clock hour.
3:30 pregame.
Okay.
I think it's 4:08 is it's win or go home today. It's at Wrigley Field, Chicago. Best of 3. The Padres beat their Cubbies 3-0 on US 105.9 yesterday. They had a kid named Mason Miller come in and pitch. The fastest ever recorded pitch in postseason history. We've only been tracking since 2008. 104.5.
Whoa!
104.5. Cardinals had a kid named Jordan Hicks, I think, touch 104. But not in the postseason. So this was postseason history.
Okay.
Struck out Carson Kelly. Not only was it 104.5 miles an hour, but it was on the black part of the outside corner at the knees. It was impossible. If it had been 80, he wouldn't have hit it. It was that good of a pitch. And it's just unbelievable, the evolution of man, where there was a time when everybody marveled at Nolan Ryan, who was a Hall of Fame, great pitcher, 60s, 70s, 80s. He pitched forever and was so fast. He threw at 95 miles. It's just unbelievable how fast and how we have evolved to throw a ball 104.5 miles an hour.
I'm sure you've had the conversation with your son-in-law, Jacob Hurtubise, of can you actually see it?
You have about half a second to react, and it's and yes, 100 is different than 95. Those guys can tell that. But he bats regularly in the minor leagues. And the guys hitting 100, 99, 98. That's just common. So you're thinking, okay, I don't know what that is because I have never stood. Rod Swihart, the great Rod Swihart around here used to throw 90s.
Man,
and it was too fast for me.
Go ahead, Rod.
No, he threw 88 with a softball at the county fair with a little speed gum. 88 was just in the street clothes. I mean, so there was the fastest pitcher around at that time. We had a few guys, but 95, 100 is common stuff. It's not now. You've got to throw it at the right spot. And if you back up 60 feet, 6 inches, you can walk it off, get a tape measure, and say, not only do I have to get it over the plate, which is white, but now they're talking about you missed if you're an inch away. You have to go to the black part, and then the black part is the outline of the plate. It's just so unbelievably fine-tuned. It's like a golfer with a golf club that can take his whatever wedge or whatever and wind it around the tree or over the tree. It is remarkable. It is remarkable the precision that we have now in our sports. In any event, Cubs will play 3:30, 4:08. Winner goes on.
That's right.
And the Cubbies will try and get that done. So anyway, we go right to our sports. It is 7:13, ESPN 93.5.
And actually, the Cubs are continuing the series along with the New York Yankees, who beat both Boston Red Sox yesterday 4-3. So their game's at 7 o'clock tonight from New York. And Cleveland over the Detroit Tigers 6-1 yesterday. So from Cleveland, that's the 2 o'clock game today. So we've got this wild card series that's going into Game 3 for 3 out of the 4 teams.
3 out of the 4 teams. Dodgers, they're champions until they're not. The Dodgers eliminated the Cincinnati Reds on 2 games. Last night was 8-4 on the West Coast.
Yes. So. And, is that typical Cincinnati Reds that they get hot and then they just kind of fall apart?
No, they haven't been to the playoffs since 2021. Oh. And so they were excited to get in as the last wild card.
Okay, gotcha.
So they were a 6th seed. They had to go to Los Angeles and Chavez Ravine and play the world champions. The Dodgers have bullpen issues. They have guys that you say a lot of ball for to. The pitchers aren't very good in their bullpen. I don't think they can make this run without better pitching unless they just outscore everybody. They just got such a lineup. Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. You go up and down that Tusco Fernandez or Hernandez. Those guys are ridiculous. There's more stars in the top of their lineup than the Cardinals have on their roster. I mean, they just got big-time hitters that come through and the lights go on, right? I mean, they're just really, really good. I don't know if the Cubs have any big stars. Padres do. You got Manny Machado, hits a 2-run homer. Cubs are good. I think Padres are better. I don't know if the Cubs will win today or not.
Okay, well, let's listen in over on US 105.9 in that 4 o'clock hour. Or it's fun to watch the games with fellow fans. Of course, they always have prizes and drink specials and food and stuff during away games for our Fighting Illini, taking on Purdue with an 11 a.m. kickoff from West Lafayette. So, Pia, 1609 West Springfield Avenue. Speaking of football, Thursday night football tonight is the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams as we enjoy a West Coast game at 7:15. When it comes to the Bears and Green Bay, it's a bye week. So you won't hear that action on Q96 like we like to during harvest and all of that. Las Vegas is in Indianapolis for a noon kickoff, and your New Orleans Saints, Stevie, are playing New York.
Who?
New Orleans Saints.
They're from Louisiana?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're not following
Must
too
be
much.
having a bad
No,
start.
it's 0-4, and I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they'll be putting the bags on their face like they used to.
No longer mentioning the Saints in my sportscast mental note. Because you're the only one that you Ketchetarian brothers.
Yeah.
But it was a fun chapter.
Fans are interested when you win. They're not interested if you lose.
Right.
That's kind of how it goes.
When I started, and I did, most of the 90s down in Lafayette, Louisiana, and is it Jim Mora? And then he was fired or whatever, and then Coach Mike Ditka came in. That was the year I started. I believe it was like 92.
No, he'd have been later. He was like late 90s.
Okay.
Mike was in the late 90s and only was there 3 years.
But that's when I started in Lafayette, Louisiana, and, of course, I felt like I knew Coach Ditka, and everybody was asking, and I was always about the Bears and stuff at that time. So whenever the Saints and Bears played, I'd always have some kind of running bet with the morning show guy, Bobby Novosad. And because of Chicago's gangster reputation, they would put some hot sauce in a squirt gun and squirt that in my mouth, the point spread, if the Bears lost.
The things we did years ago.
Exactly, the promotions that we did. I remember, sucking the heads of the crawfish and things like that and taking the crawfish apart as a northerner who had no idea what I was doing.
Well,
anyway.
No, those are interesting, Diane.
For some reason, I'm tweaking and twitching and PTSD on the Saints and the Bears in that story.
And
Sorry
just
about
never
that.
do eating things. When Janet was about to have our triplets, I made a bad bet and was on a billboard in diapers, but it didn't entail eating hot sauce.
Right.
So it didn't affect my innards.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's not a good bet.
So, we have Illinois volleyball in action against number 7 Wisconsin at 7 o'clock tonight. And if you want to take in a baseball game, we got some fall ball, EIU at 5 o'clock. So go Illini.
Glad to see Danny Hartlip's baseball team any time of the year.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to check our weather. We got John Decker. He's up. Also, Brother Johnny's jumping on with John Decker. John Decker had that thing going on with Louisiana governor about something happened at the White House, and the Louisiana governor said, John, why don't you come to my suite during the Texas A&M game? Mm-hmm. And Texas A&M is a top 10 football team, so it's a hot ticket.
Yes, it is.
Johnny asked the governor about it. Anyway, we'll get more details about that.
Does he remember the offer?
Let's see. Our weather this morning brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Halloween Water Carnival, October 18th from 4 to 6 at the Indoor Aquatic Center for 2 to 11-year-olds with a guardian. You got to sign up ahead at urbanaparks.org.
Check your Fox Business also just ahead. See what we're doing on those markets. It's 7:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. The spell of late summer-like warmth into the early days of October. Unseasonably hot weather continues on into the weekend, early next week as well. Cold front on the move. By Tuesday next week, couple of showers and a return to more seasonal temperatures the second half of next week. Otherwise, a partly sunny, very warm day's worth of weather ahead today, up around 85 with a light southeast wind. Fair tonight, 57. Slightest of a southeast wind continues on for the day tomorrow. And through Saturday as well, lots of sunshine and hot weather for early October at 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, up to 87 on Saturday, middle 80s on Sunday and Monday as well. Then Monday night into Tuesday, a couple of widely scattered showers, high temperatures up around 80 and dropping on Tuesday, 75 on Wednesday, highs near 70 for next Thursday and Friday as dry weather resumes and sunshine across East Central Illinois and beyond. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Is the Fox Business Report.
Berkshire Hathaway is buying Occidental Petroleum's chemical business, OxyChem, for $9.7 billion. OxyChem makes chemicals used in water treatment, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, and for other uses. Jeep and Chrysler are making a comeback. Parent company Stellantis is reporting new car sales up 6% in the recent quarter. Ram and Fiat sales also rose, and Volvo's also reporting an upbeat quarter with sales up 3%. Driven by demand for hybrid cars. OpenAI, parent company of ChatGPT, is now valued at $500 billion after the private company's current and former employees sold about $6.6 billion worth of stock to investors. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
It's Will Kane Country.
Kamala Harris, she also said, by the way, it was really close presidential election.
And it ended up being the closest presidential election in the 21st century.
What? The closest presidential election in the 21st century. Not Trump Biden, not Bush Gore, and hanging Chads. She lost every single swing state. She lost a popular vote. She lost everything.
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
When you're ready to sell your home, you might contact Nate in the Nate Evans Group. Nate doesn't just list your home. He provides you with a customized and personalized experience to get your home sold quickly and for the most money possible.
It's pretty cool to have so much experience on the Nate Evans team and so many feathers in his cap when it comes to that secret list of homes or talking with some financial friends about getting it done and making that transition from selling your home into getting your next one so easy. Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans at 217-239-7113. Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. If you need that immediate cash offer on your home, what's your timeline looking like? He'll be talking with you about all of these things. A friend you can trust as you get the process started by visiting NateEvansGroup.com and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stevie J here with Nate Evans of eXp Realty. You'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
Oh, that didn't mesh very well. Anyway, we'll do that one again.
Little Gary LeVox from Rascal Flatts singing against Michael Jackson there.
Yeah, maybe.
A little in the mix there, Stevie J. Go ahead.
7:24. John Decker coming up at or near the White House. He's always near the White House because he lives near the White House, so easy commute. And he's got his little TV tray and folding chair out there and just outside the press room. He's kind of a well-known guy there. And he even sent me a video of him walking out like the president does to get to the helicopter.
Yeah.
So John Decker ought to run for president. He knows how to walk out now.
There you go.
To the helicopter pad. Okay, so we'll discuss the latest. Johnny will jump on. So John Decker is going to the Texas A&M at LSU game, which is always, the SEC, they've got some hot rivalries, but Texas A&M really, really good. LSU's good too. They're always good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have Purdue on Saturday. It's 11 a.m. We're 9.5-point favorite, meaning people think we're going to win. Would you rather lose to Purdue and beat Ohio State, or beat Purdue and lose to Ohio State? Random. I'd rather beat both.
Well, yeah. That wasn't an option.
But
in your scenario.
Well, think about that. To get upset to Purdue would be, not Indiana-like, but it hurt.
Yeah.
Indiana-like was 53
but still,
points.
If that led to beating the Buckeyes, let's go. Take down the number one team.
Yeah,
in
I don't
America.
think you're going to make the playoffs with 2 losses, which was kind of the original intent of the year, is to make the playoffs. And probably 2 would take you out of it. Anyway, I'm just hoping we beat Purdue and then really, really gear up and play competitively with Ohio State, because very few play competitively. So if you're in the fourth quarter, you look up and say, it's possible. That would be my goal. Now, their goal is to beat Ohio State. And with a sellout crowd and the electricity we had during that USC game, we're good.
I know.
It's just, I think Ohio State is just a different level of college football. When I say, okay, I got 11 guys on offense and 8 of them are going to the NFL, you know what? I don't think that's true. Maybe 6 or... there's a lot of NFL players on that team, meaning they run maybe a little faster, they jump a little higher, they catch the ball a little better, they throw the ball... all that. But on one day, on one Saturday, would we beat Ohio State? I'm skipping ahead, but if you get to 10 games, you're probably not winning more than one.
And then we have a bye week the next week on the 18th, but then we're back in action, I believe, at Washington then for October 25th.
Washington has been virtually unbeatable at home for the last 5 years. They've lost one game, and that was last Saturday to Ohio State. They lost by 18 to Ohio State coming in.
Okay.
And so that's a tough one. So once we get past Washington, we will be favored, I think, the rest of the way.
November 1st is Rutgers, and then November 15th is Maryland, and then November 22nd is Wisconsin.
We have another off week in November?
We do.
Wow. Well, that helps the injuries and stuff. So.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm just saying that this has been kind of the crunch time, and people thought the Illinois-Indiana was going to be close. We'd probably lose, but it wasn't. Just the way it happened was like kind of shocking for a fandom that was all geared for playoffs. Then you beat a really good USC team. So it kind of got us back on track. We all feel better about it. Now let's go beat Purdue, and let's go be as good as we can against Ohio State. But if you beat Ohio State, you're in the playoff talk for sure. Absolutely. So you're doing 2 in a row now. Anyway, let's just beat Purdue.
Boilermakers and Buckeyes. Yeah. Let's go.
And we got tickets we're giving away for that. If you just
we do.
Text in a line to the Fisher National Bank text line 217-359-2255. You might win a pair of tickets to the sellout with Ohio State, and walking around what that's going to be like.
Yeah.
It's going to be electric, and the fans are going to be there again like they were for USC. It's the same time of day. So here we go.
And I love meeting the people that I'm giving the tickets to as we do the drawings at Pia's, and so many great prizes and things like that too. October 9th in a week as we spotlight the Hall of Fame game and try to lock in some of our Hall of Fame athletes who are coming back for that weekend against Ohio State with an 11 o'clock kickoff on the 11th.
We're going to talk to John Decker and Brother Johnny coming up. Stand by.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting. When time matters, proximity counts. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. American Airlines connects you through Dallas and Chicago, linking you to business centers across the U.S. and beyond with connections to over 200 destinations. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana Willard Airport. Local convenience, global reach.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. UK police say 2 people are dead, 3 others are in serious condition following an attack near a synagogue in Manchester, northwest England. The incident taking place on Yom Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. This man was near the scene.
I heard gunshots.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
Additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe.
Police say a third person believed to be the suspect is also dead. Senators not scheduled to vote on any bill to fund the government until tomorrow in observance of Yom Kippur. New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew claims Democratic leaders feel this way.
You cannot cooperate with Republicans at all. Shut her down.
The Republican earlier on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, police arresting a suspect in an Urbana home invasion in the 1800 block of South Cottage Grove Avenue. 60-year-old Mike Willis allegedly entered the victim's home by pretending to be a maintenance worker, attempting to steal money using physical force. The victim did manage to escape and call police. Lincoln Home National Historic Site in Springfield temporarily closed due to the federal government shutdown. While the visitor center and home tours are unavailable, the grounds of the Lincoln Home neighborhood remain open for outdoor visits. Despite the closure, Springfield's other historic sites and museum all welcome visitors. Champaign-Urbana and Champaign County officials announcing this year's trick-or-treating hours. Halloween trick-or-treating held 6 to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. Officials say the Champaign County Board approved the specific rules and guidelines for the holiday. They decided that trick-or-treating will be held regardless of the day of the week on October 31st. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. We check our weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Enjoy the great outdoors from indoors when you install a beautiful new sunroom. Visit the showroom in Champaign or click on kramersiding.com.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity back into this large, sprawling area of high pressure at the surface and up aloft, sinking air and another round of late season heat across the area, but humidity in check. Bit of rain to the forecast early next week. That's on a cold front that'll bring temperatures briefly down to more seasonal levels late next week, and then another warm up inside. Speaking of which, a partly sunny, warm day's worth of weather ahead for an October 2nd. 85 the forecast high. That's about 12 above average. Light southeast wind. Fair tonight will bottom out at 57, just the slightest of a southeast wind for the day tomorrow. And Saturday, sunshine, 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, 87 on Saturday. Can't rule out a local 90 on your favorite bank and barn thermometer reading, by the way. 86 and a partly cloudy Sunday, middle 80s Monday, couple of rain showers maybe Tuesday, the high near 80. We're back in the mid 70s next Wednesday, upper 60s and low 70s with sunshine and a breeze next Thursday and Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
John Decker. John Decker, John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room.
John Decker, John Decker. I want to talk
Yes, little children and combines even singing the song now. Just waiting it to be loaded onto his ringtone. Ladies and gentlemen, John Decker live near Washington, in Washington, card table, TV tray, whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you, Stevie?
I'm fine.
Happy Thursday to you.
Happy Thursday to John Decker. He is the White House correspondent, national correspondent for great television in the middle of history, he walks it routinely. Brother Johnny has jumped on this morning as a special guest from New Orleans. And I guess you guys are kind of set.
Hey there, Johnny.
You're going to the governor's suite in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, for the Texas A&M LSU football game, John Decker. Now, give me the background again on how this happened.
Well, the way it happened is I'm in the Roosevelt Room at the White House, and the President of the United States is announcing that Louisiana is going to have built in southern Louisiana a new steel mill. Hyundai's going to be building it there. So there were all these representatives from Louisiana in the Roosevelt Room, the Speaker of the House, Steve Scalise, the Majority Leader, as well as the Governor. And the President gave the floor to the Speaker, to Representative Scalise. For whatever reason, he didn't pass the microphone essentially to Governor Landry. And I asked the President a question in the Roosevelt Room, but then I said, Mr. President, I also have a question for the Governor. So I asked the Governor a question about, how was he able to convince Hyundai to build this steel mill in southern Louisiana? And he answered the question. A few months later, I see the Governor at the White House. He was visiting the President, and he remembered that I asked him that question, and he said to me, I am so thankful that you gave me the opportunity to speak. He said, have you ever been to an LSU football game? And I said, no, Governor. And he said, well, you're coming down to Louisiana. You're gonna sit with me in the governor's suite. And I said, that sounds great. I've never been to an SEC football game, so I'm so excited. This is October the 25th, so it's just a few weeks away. And Johnny, of course, will be there as well, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, so Johnny, how did this, you mentioned this to the Governor about John Decker and then kind of helped facilitate, and all of a sudden you're involved.
Well, he was like, oh, yeah, call Kyle. Well, it turns out other people from the governor's office have contacted John, and so there's more than the governor does well, Johnny. He's got other systems, but the chief of staff and then own Susie Wiles didn't know. So I can say this: you've got somewhere between 2 and 12 tickets. So. and whether I go or not, you're going to the game.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. No, I can't wait. This is going to be terrific.
See all of them tonight, by the way. So we'll get her all straight. But I was talking to John yesterday. We're going to figure out what to do. Maybe go out to dinner. John's scouting the best restaurants in Baton Rouge, the capital of Louisiana. So it'll be fun,
Johnny.
Yeah, and Caroline, your wife, is going, is she not?
Yeah, absolutely. She's excited. We already got our LSU shirts. We want to fit in. So we're all set. We can't wait.
And
Go Tigers.
This is 2 weeks from Saturday, I think. Right, 25th. Is that right?
Yeah. I think it's 3 weeks away. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The Washington game for Illinois.
Okay,
but,
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying, John. I'll tell you, everybody's excited about Jack. I'm trying to get a John Decker Mardi Gras parade going. But I don't know if I can get that together.
No, that's so good. I'm so glad that that's going to work out. And Jeff Landry's a pretty good guy, isn't he, Johnny?
Yeah,
he really is. Yeah, I've met him a few times, and I like him. The people that work for him are terrific as well. So he's got a great team that helps him out, of course, and the whole Louisiana delegation. I always say they punch higher than their weight, given all of the influence that they have in Washington with the Speaker and the Majority Leader. Governor Landry obviously has got a good relationship with the President as well. So yeah, they're doing pretty good in Louisiana. There's no doubt about it.
Don't forget about rock star John Kennedy. He's all over.
Yes, John Kennedy.
Well,
yeah.
And apparently Johnny has worked away for Senator Kennedy's going to be on with us, John. And what's the title of Senator Kennedy's new book?
He's got a book he wrote called "How to Test Negative for Stupid in D.C." So we'll see how that does. So he's going to. It'll come out in a week or two, so he'll be on our show. We'll give you a report.
I'm telling you.
I was telling Steve, Louisiana's got more clout than California and New York right now.
They really do. Absolutely.
That is so funny. And when John Kennedy's clips are on X, there's just nothing better. There's nothing better to watch. Now, let me ask you about this tweet. Now, did you? And then inevitably, all of them say, "Senator, I'm not here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the fiscal." No. Let me just. Are these your words? Did you say you hate police? Did you say that? It's just so funny to just so.
He's tough.
Oh.
You know, he sits on the Judiciary Committee, and if you are nominated for a federal judgeship, you have to go through a confirmation hearing.
Yes.
And gosh, if you have to get questions from Senator Kennedy, you better be well prepared. You better know your Constitution, because he's going to embarrass you if you don't.
Well, if you do something on social media, they've got it, and they've got it enlarged. What are you thinking? Don't do anything on social media. John Decker isn't on social media. I mean, that's impressive.
Well, I think that's smart.
Well, thank you. I'm on LinkedIn. I do LinkedIn. That's the extent of my social media. I promote what I do every day in terms of my work. You know?
You're not blasting somebody because you're emotional.
Nah, I don't do that.
No.
Like, for instance, when I go down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana with my wife, I'm not going to share it with the world. We're just going to enjoy ourselves, have a good time.
Yeah,
so
nice.
That's what we always do.
And you got to protect Caroline. Caroline like runs Amtrak, Johnny. She's a big shot.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I wanted to ask one question. What are the chances of you just absolutely having to run off to Beijing or Dubai on the 25th? Or how do you clear your schedule with your relationship with the president?
The president is traveling to Asia. The president is traveling to Asia around that period of time. I'm not going on that trip. I'm going to go to Asia with the president in early 2026 when he meets in Beijing with President Xi.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not going on this trip. And so my schedule, my calendar is clear. I can't wait. So it'll be great.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue on. I'm going to ask you, John Decker. We have two JONs on, by the way, John Cacciatore and John Decker.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about the shutdown, because the Democrats say this has nothing to do. There's nothing. No verbiage that says this money we're demanding is going to illegal immigrants' health care. Vice President J.D. Vance yesterday said that's exactly what it's about. What's the truth?
Well, there's truth from both political parties, but to me, I think the messaging is being delivered better by Republicans here. And the reason I say that is because a few months ago, the same things that are being said by this Republican White House were said by Democrats, and that is, do not shut the government down. Let's pass the clean CR. Don't make these federal workers, victims of our political infighting. Now it's Republicans saying that. A few months ago it was Democrats saying that. You have to be consistent, and I agree. Look, there are members of our military, every one of them that's not getting paid during this government shutdown. That is not right. They serve our country. They protect our country. They secure our country. And it's not right that they are victims of this political infighting here in Washington.
Well, and the thing, Mike Johnson, John, was on with Brett Baer yesterday, and he said, it's the same question that Steve asked, and Mike said, look, it's written there, and it's basically repealing the big, beautiful bills, canceling fraudulent Medicaid, a lot of which was going to legal aliens, and they want that back in there. There's millions of people that just shouldn't get the Medicaid, including a lot of illegal aliens, and they want it back in. And so that's where
they added. See, to me, it's not a good argument. The better argument is that premiums will increase if you get your insurance through the Affordable Care Act. They will increase by a lot, and that will impact a lot of red states in particular. So to me, that's a better argument. You need to have that conversation, but I don't know if you need to have that conversation as a part of just simply keeping the government open and funding every department and agency what the Republican continuing resolution calls for, and 3 Democrats have supported it in the Senate, is simply keeping the government open through November the 21st, giving time to work out a deal to fund the government for the full fiscal year. That seems pretty reasonable to me, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. J.D. Vance, the vice president, was in the briefing room yesterday. He expressed some optimism that this government shutdown won't last very long.
Yeah, apparently it's the 41st time this has happened, 41, and so it's not necessarily new. But
isn't the speaker, I think, was mentioning there's a way they do this, and they haven't done it for a while, and they just need a little more time to do it the right way and get it straight. And they want this keeping the government open was 7 weeks, John, and then hopefully they'll have a real bill.
Mm-hmm.
So they just are going to the mat for whatever reason. And what do you think? Is it just Schumer afraid of AOC?
I think that's it, isn't it, John? I mean, AOC's talking about running against Chuck Schumer for that seat and or running for president. How serious is all that?
Well, I don't know what her political ambitions in the short term and long term are. I think that she does have a great political future beyond serving in the House of Representatives. And Chuck Schumer is not a young guy, so maybe he is concerned about a primary challenge when he's up for re-election. Clearly, he got a lot of pushback from his own party when he agreed to the continuing resolution back in March, and maybe he's trying to make up for it here, and that's the reason why he's digging in his heels. But, what we've seen is 3 Democrats saying, let's keep the government open. You need 5 more to vote along with Republicans, and maybe they'll do that. I think that within the next week or so, that's my prediction, within the next week or so, there'll be an end to this government shutdown.
So
all right.
It does have a different look over the years, and I'm seeing it's 21 government shutdowns when they started to keep track of this. Before 1980, federal agencies often continued to operate during funding gaps. It had a different look during the Clinton administration with 2 separate shutdowns and things like that.
Well, Nancy Pelosi commented yesterday that Nancy Pelosi came out because AOC had said, people think that I'm running this. Well, if that's the case, come talk to me. And then somebody said that's what she said, and Nancy said, why would you ask that? She's got a bright future, but she's not in charge, and we need experience. You need experience, is what she said, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last thing, John, that I was wondering, you may know, I think a lot of the employees will get the back pay if they come back around.
Will. When this gets resolved, they do get back pay, absolutely. But they're not getting paid in the meantime, and the same thing goes for members of the military. They'll get back pay. And because of when this government shutdown began, federal government employees as well as the military will be paid through mid-October. But then, what happens after that date, that's the big unknown. It really depends upon whether this gets resolved before then. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but you think in a week maybe this thing will be over?
I do. Okay. I do think it will be. I don't think it's going to be as long as the last shutdown, which happened in President Trump's first term that lasted 35 days. I don't think it's going to last that long.
Okay. All right.
All right, that sounds good. I got to go because, hey, John, I got to go buy some LSU stuff. So I'll talk to you. All
right. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you. We'll be in touch. That's Johnny down in New Orleans, jumping on a Thursday for John Decker. Have to get your T's crossed, I's dotted when you go down. But has Caroline ever been to a game like that?
No. We go to ASU games. That's where she went to school. And we'll go to an ASU football game coming up actually a week before the LSU game. So I'm doing a lot of college football in the month of October.
Not only prominent guy in journalism and the White House and history and all these things, you're a sports guy. I mean, you really,
I love sports. Yeah.
Great at tennis. He knows basketball. Covers the Big East tournament a lot of times every year, I think. So, you're all
March Madness. I'll be at that in 2026. So looking forward
and he's
to that.
the only lawyer on press row. And he's the only guy that can argue for in the Supreme Court. You're heady. You got a lot of stuff. Your resume is long and impressive. So
well,
cool.
Thank you, Stevie. That's kind of you. So as relates to sports, in fact, I'm going to an NFL football game with Caroline this coming Sunday. We're going to go see the Philadelphia Eagles. They'll play the Denver Broncos in Philadelphia. Great weather already planned for Philadelphia. I can't wait for that. And, they're undefeated, so hopefully they can keep it going.
Is that who you've always rooted for since you went to the University of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been, in recent years, I've been to both Eagles Super Bowl parades. One of them, I was actually in the parade. That was the most exciting thing you can ever imagine. Oh, my gosh. That was awesome.
I think I saw you in there, Jalen Hurts. You're standing by Jalen Hurts up there on the float, right?
I don't think so. That didn't happen, but that was fun.
Well,
I love sports because it's just so unifying. You think about what you do every day, Stevie. You talk about all the division in our country, and there is, but sports unifies people more than anything. I mean, music does it too, but sports more so than anything, and I love that about sports.
Yeah, and actors used to do it with movies, and then everybody came out and talked politics, and the same, happened with musicians and that kind of stuff. And they used to kind of understand what Michael Jordan did, that Democrats and Republicans both buy shoes. So you kind of like the separation of all that.
Right.
No endorsements needed kind of thing, because you're trying to make everybody pleased with your talent and all that stuff. Okay, 7:49. Lastly, when you go to China, you don't get to go on the Big Bird. You don't get to go on Air Force One on that one?
No, I'm not. But you know what? Sometimes it's beneficial to travel commercially, because the seats on Air Force One in the press cabin do not fully recline.
What? That's
Look
absurd.
Yeah,
that's absurd.
That's absurd. Yeah, it's absurd. Exactly. They're just business class seats. They recline nicely. They're nice. It's nice back there. But commercial is sometimes better. But that's not until the early part of 2026.
Okay, coming up in the early part of next year.
Yes.
And by the way, the Ryder Cup. How was that day?
Oh, that was great. So I flew up, Stevie. I spoke to you last Thursday, and I flew up last Friday. So the day after we spoke, the president flew up on Air Force One up to Bethpage, New York, Long Island, and attended the first day of the Ryder Cup. It was a beautiful day. It was a day before it just got out of hand with all of the, yelling at the European team coming from the fans up there. And it was just terrific. Got to see all the teams tee off from the first tee, all the introductions, and it was a quick trip. We were up there for the entire day and then came back early in the afternoon. It was the perfect way to spend a Friday watching an event I had not seen in person before.
A lot of electricity out there, wasn't there? Man.
Absolutely.
Hey, John Decker, we appreciate very much. Thank you for being on. We'll continue to track you and look forward to our visit next Thursday, sir.
Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, Diane. Have a great weekend. Go Illini, and I'll talk to you next week.
Thank you. Go Illini.
Yes.
ESPN 93.5 with our weather. Brought to you by Busey for over 157 years. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. The spell of late summer-like warmth into the early days of October. Unseasonably hot weather continues on into the weekend, early next week as well. Cold front on the move. By Tuesday next week, couple of showers and a return to more seasonal temperatures the second half of next week. Otherwise, a partly sunny, very warm day's worth of weather ahead today, up around 85 with a light southeast wind. Fair tonight, 57. Slightest of a southeast wind continues on for the day tomorrow. And through Saturday as well. Lots of sunshine and hot weather for early October at 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, up to 87 on Saturday, middle 80s on Sunday, and Monday as well. Then Monday night into Tuesday, a couple of widely scattered showers. High temperatures up around 80 and dropping on Tuesday, 75 on Wednesday, highs near 70 for next Thursday and Friday as dry weather resumes and sunshine across East Central Illinois and beyond. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
And the weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Creating superior home exteriors since 1955. Improve the look, feel, and function of your home. Visit KramerSiding.com.
Nathaniel Son, did you know? Coming up.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on KramerSiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State. From Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Your next adventure starts right here. Fly Champaign-Urbana and skip the long drive to bigger airports. With American Airlines flights through Dallas and Chicago, you're connected to coastlines, cruises, and global escapes. With connections to over 200 destinations. From here, the world is within reach. Fly Champaign-Urbana, Willard Airport, because the best trips start closer to home. Price every time I price out of Champaign. I price CMI. I love flying out of CMI.
Absolutely.
It is Thursday. That
Yes.
means Nathaniel's son, my son from Chicago, jumps on with a feature called Did You Know from Chicago. Nathaniel's son, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, Josephine, okay?
She's great. On dad duty this morning, so for all the dads out there, you know how that goes, but it's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, she's feeling better. She had a big weekend going to her first football game, you know.
She did, and we found out she doesn't like headphones, despite the game being pretty loud, but she's doing good.
Yeah, she,
little
cheerleading outfit.
Cheerleading outfit, and she had the headphones on, but her little hands went to grab them to take those off, man. She didn't want any headphones on. It was she did so well. She's so cute. 9 months this month. Wow.
Nice.
Woo. Okay, Nathaniel's son, did you know? What do you got?
Well, this morning we get to delve into a pretty fun topic, one that I've been learning about recently, and we're just going to scratch the surface, but we are going to enter the mind of probably one of the smartest individuals to ever live, and that's Albert Einstein. And he's famous for coming up with his theory of relativity. Now, the theory of relativity, to keep it at a high level, is broken into two parts. There's something called the special theory of relativity and the general. This morning we'll just talk about special, and really, the simplest way to understand relativity is to imagine that you are riding on a train, and let's say you're hanging out over a window and you have a ball in your hand, and you drop the ball from a moving train. From your perspective, you would see that ball falls straight down. Now, let's say there's another person who's standing next to the train, or maybe the train's going by Neal Street and you're sitting at a red light watching the train go by. And let's say you're watching the person on the train drop the ball. Now, to that person, the ball would not fall straight down, but instead it would fall at an angle, or what Einstein would call a parabolic curve, which just means it starts slow and gets faster. But the same event, witnessed by two different people, happens entirely differently. And this is the simplest way to explain this, the special theory of relativity. If we keep going, we can talk about the general theory another week.
Fascinating.
Because I'm watching from Neal Street. Person just looks like they're dropping a ball. How smart was Albert Einstein?
Right.
How do you even think like that?
Yeah. Pretty incredible, really.
Yeah, he was the guy with the mustache and the long hair and stuff, right? Albert Einstein. And his, I don't know much about his life except that he was one of those brainiacs. I doubt if he had time for anything else, but just all those things he came up with. They're probably great books on Albert Einstein, I would say.
Yeah, and relativity was a pretty important concept that I candidly have just started to learn about, but it really eventually explains gravity and how gravity works and why it affects all of us.
Yeah.
But that's the beginnings of it, at least according to his theory. That's the first step of understanding relativity.
Yeah, cool stuff. Albert Einstein, everybody knows his name. Probably perception is he's a brilliant guy, and he was. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so much to learn. That's what's cool about life, Nathaniel. You can always pick up a book and learn something you didn't know before. Always. You'll never learn it all. Yeah. It's so much information. I appreciate your time on Did You Know? Nathaniel's son from Chicago. Thank you.
Take care.
Albert Einstein.
Hear the show anytime, StevieJay.com. I've had some of my relatives say they love when Nathaniel comes on and they wonder what the topic was. You can rehear it again. Just tap into the podcast feature. And Stevie, you're on X at StevieJayFM, and that's another way to tap into our show.
One week he talked about the beginning Olympics when they used to run naked.
That one seems to have stuck with you.
Well, it's just one of those, no way, you know?
I know.
Run naked's one thing, but if you had a false start, they'd shoot you or kill you.
Right.
It's like death.
You wouldn't jump the gun.
Well, I know, but you'd think that, make them back up 5 yards, but don't shoot them.
Right.
They didn't have a gun. So it'd have to be another way. Whatever that killed people back.
Yeah. Whatever.
Just don't. Yeah, that's why I simulated what would happen. Bob, you got off to a bad start. What happened? At least I'm alive. Just.
That's right.
Well, yeah, Nathaniel's son brings a lot of cool things we did not know. So theory of relativity, I kind of see. I drop it. I think it goes down. The guy in the car at Neal Street, it sees it wave. Kinda. Wind and speed and all that other stuff. Theory of relativity.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to break for the news and then come back with a whole nother hour. Stand by. That's Pitmaster Tim Onstadt. I've been working on chicken thighs and honey and salt, that thing he told us about. It's delicious.
Nice.
News next.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The government remains shut down. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and it will at least until tomorrow when the next vote is set on a funding bill Democrats do not support.
Rather than fund local law enforcement and release the Epstein files, they would rather shut down the entire government and make this whole country suffer.
Congressman Jake Auchincloss also tells Fox Democrats want provisions in the bill to undo changes in health care coverage and subsidies that loom at the end of the year. They say it'll cost Americans more. Vice President Vance says
President Trump and congressional Republicans turned off that money to health care funding for illegal aliens. The Democrats want to turn it back on.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer accuses Republicans of, quote, lying about illegal immigrants getting health care aid. Mass firings could begin this weekend. President Trump says the shutdown gives him the chance to, quote, clear out dead wood, waste, and fraud.
Fox's Chad Pergam at the Capitol. The president just posted on Truth Social he'll meet today with the director of the Office of Management and Budget to determine which of what he calls Democrat agencies should be cut and if the cuts will be temporary or permanent. Now to England, where a synagogue was attacked on
the holiest day of the Jewish calendar, Yom Kippur.
Fox's Greg Palcott in London says it happened in Manchester.
A man drove his car into a crowd, ramming the people outside. Also, apparently got out of the car and with a knife started to stab as well.
2 people are dead, 3 wounded. The attacker was killed by police. At New York's LaGuardia Airport, a low-speed collision late last night between 2 Delta regional jets.
Right wing with our nose.
That's a pilot in audio we got from Live ATC saying the wing of a plane getting ready to take off hit the nose of his plane that had just landed. No passengers were hurt, but a flight attendant had a minor injury. In Indonesia, they fear they won't find any more students alive under the rubble of a school that collapsed on Monday with no signs of life anymore. 59 kids remain unaccounted for, 5 others confirmed dead. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Well, the Israelis still wait for Hamas's answer to President Trump's ceasefire offer for Gaza. They've already accepted. The war rages on. Overnight strikes in Gaza City killed at least 13 people, according to Palestinian officials. Israel's defense minister has ordered all civilians still remaining in that city to evacuate. In that Trump peace plan, if Hamas agrees, they would release all the remaining hostages. And those who accuse Israel of genocide again try to bring humanitarian aid to Palestinians.
According to the Israeli Foreign Ministry, several vessels from the Global Summit flotilla were safely stopped and their crew and passengers transferred transfer to dry land. Swedish climate change campaigner Greta Thunberg, the most high-profile of them, but hundreds were on board, including European lawmakers and reportedly Nelson Mandela's grandson. They say their intention was to deliver aid to Gaza. Organisers allege one vessel was deliberately rammed while others were hit by water cannons. Israel says the flotilla was a provocation that was violating a lawful naval blockade. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
There are power outages and some damage on Bermuda after Hurricane Imelda passed by, but no injuries reported.
Bermuda did not experience a direct landfall, which was a possibility going into the overnight. The worst of it here in St. George, which is the northeastern tip of Bermuda. That's where sustained hurricane force winds were rocking the island.
Fox Weather's Haley Meyer. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, not moving much the day after gains and an S&P 500 record high. In the baseball playoffs, the Reds are out. The Los Angeles Dodgers beat Cincinnati 8-4, so the defending World Series champs advanced. 3 other teams stayed alive.
Wells. And he lines one into right field. Fair ball. Chisholm to third. He's being waved.
And he scored what ended up the Yankees' game-winning run. New York beat Boston 4-3 on ESPN. San Diego shut out the Chicago Cubs. Cleveland beat Detroit. The deciding games in all those series are today. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign-Urbana and county officials announced this year's trick-or-treating hours Wednesday. Halloween trick-or-treating held from 6 to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. They also said the Champaign County Board approved specific rules and guidelines. They decided that trick-or-treating is going to be held regardless of the day of the week. If the holiday falls on a weekday, trick-or-treating hours remain from 6 to 8 p.m. like it is this year. But if Halloween falls on a weekend, trick-or-treating will be held 5 to 7. Authorities investigating a home invasion in the Urbana area in the 1800 block of South Cottage Grove Avenue by falsely claiming to be a maintenance worker. Once inside, they used physical force in attempts to steal money from the victim. The victim able to push the man away and escape the home to call police. One person killed in a crash on Highway 45 in Champaign County Tuesday night. State police said 2 cars were involved. No names were released, but one driver was pronounced dead at the scene. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All righty. Thank you, Jim. We are ESPN 93.5. That is Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
And I am Stevie J. This is October 2nd. It's Thursday. 2025 is our year.
Excited about the banquet tonight, honoring the guys at Lifeline Connect at the iHotel. So looking forward to being a part of that.
Well, that'll be awesome. These are people at Lifeline Connect, Greg, that have had some devastation in their life through drugs and alcohol and addiction. And they accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and it's amazing the transformation. They're in there for at least a year.
Yeah.
And they just turn not only turn their lives around, but they turn generations around.
Yeah, their families.
It's
and everybody's lives around them probably too. I would think, right?
You become a productive, as opposed to somebody dying on the streets of St. Louis. You are actually contributing and getting your life back. And so they're inspiring stories from men that have really, really struggled and had some unbelievable low moments and disappointed everybody time after time, because addiction will do that. Alcoholism disappoints. And people expect you, and then all of a sudden you don't, and then you said you would, and it's just it is really, really rough.
Not only alcohol, there's been painkillers and things like that, and some of these stories that we'll hear tonight, the testimonies that are happening at the iHotel this evening.
A lot of ways to get addicted, I would think, with gambling, out there.
That too, yeah.
You got to be careful with all of that, and certainly there's lots of kinds of addictions, but I think prevalent for Lifeline has been drugs and alcohol.
Right.
But it's just, I can't, thankfully I have no idea what that poll is, but it can be obviously devastating. Anyway, we're so proud of those at Lifeline, and Dave and Brenda Roberts and the wonderful people that started this.
Yes.
And you got Les and you got Randy Brown, and it's just there's so many people that have done so, and of course you got Troy Lands, who's been so generous. Wells and Wells, wonderful with this.
Absolutely.
You got to have the people that have the chance to help financially, because that's what drives the bus.
And gives them purpose when they find some kind of trade or some kind of work to keep them going.
And they've done great. They've just changed their lives. We have so many examples of that here in Champaign-Urbana. So, yes, ought to be great at the iHotel tonight at Lifeline Connect. All right, we check your weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier, and we got what we got, and it's been pretty awesome, sir.
Yeah, it continues on as such around here. Another comfortable morning coming off the warmth and the heat relative to early October, which continues on. Another little mini heat wave expected for the weekend. Some spots, once again, will be cruising and tickling the 90-degree mark between tomorrow and Saturday. Then we found an October cold front. Not a big winder-upper storm, but will bring temperatures back down by this time next week to more seasonal expectations. That's going to be relatively short-lived. Another big warm-up in sight as we approach and head through the mid-stretch of the month of October as well. Tropics may begin to get reactive again, both in the Pacific into Southern California and the Southwest. We'll keep an eye probably on something about 7 to 10 days out in the Western and Southwestern Atlantic again. But in the meantime, 59 Willard and Savoy, 58 Rantoul. Later on today afternoon, temperatures top out around 84, 10 above average with a partly sunny sky, just the softest of a southeast wind down to 57 for the night tonight, and hot weather tomorrow and Saturday for the time of year at 88 tomorrow, 87 on Saturday, middle 80s Sunday and Monday. No rain in the forecast, and boy, that drop monitor, even with the rains last week in spots, still pretty tough looking out there. We do get a chance for a couple of rain showers, nothing to make any significant improvement or slow drought. 80 on Tuesday. We're back in the 70s Wednesday, upper 60s. That's more like it next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solye.
Better banking is more than about just money. It's about people, and Fisher National Bank knows. As your locally owned community bank serving Champaign and Vermilion County, they're your friends and neighbors, taking a vested interest in communities that they serve. In fact, offering 750 hours of community service with their staff. Investing in the people they serve, Fisher National Bank knows that they share in the success of a stronger community. Learn more about Fisher National and any of the branches or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group. Some of the things that sellers can do to increase the value of their home.
We get this on almost every listing appointment. Hey, Nate, what can we do to increase the value of our home? We want to sell in a couple weeks. Are there some simple things we can do around the house? Or there's some major things that we can do around the house to increase the value or get a return on our investment? And again, not every home is created the same and not every situation is the same. So if we walk in there, there's definitely some items that we can do. Paint, floors, and hardware are the easy items where you get your biggest return out of every time. That's easy to say. But there's a lot of times where we'll get questions from sellers where they're asking us, should I update my bathroom? Where should I stop on my floors? Should I redo my roof? Should I do mechanicals? And I think a lot of that plays into the overall scope of your goals. We like to get into the house when it's really not even ready for the market. We can get in there and usually save that seller a lot of money and a lot of wasted time and energy by just offering some simple advice on how we would treat it if it was our own.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Cunningham Children's Home Be a Hero 5K is coming up on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at 1301 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana. Open to runners and walkers of all skill levels, the 5K is a perfect event for families and friends. Participants who earn superhero status by fundraising at least $100 are given a special superhero cape they can choose to wear during the race. Registration is $30 per person. To register, sponsor, or volunteer for the Be a Hero 5K, visit cunningham.org.
All right, Illinois plays Purdue Saturday at 11 o'clock. We're 9.5-point favorites. Let's hope we can go to West Lafayette and beat a team that's kind of rebuilding. But it's always a tough battle with Purdue. We know that over the years. And then we'll see what happens. But we are 4-1, ranked 22nd in the nation, the Fighting Illini football team. And it's already October, so you know basketball is going to be right there for us the next 30 days. We're going to start playing exhibitions and stuff.
Yes.
So pretty fun to see what we got with Shauna Green, superstar women's basketball coach, and, of course, Brad Underwood, the winningest Big Ten basketball coach over the last 6 years in the Big 18.
I love it.
Very, very, very impressive. Well, the Cubbies kind of got to do it because today's the last day that the Cubs perhaps have. You got San Diego, you got Chicago. It's in Wrigley. I tell you what, the 3 of the 4 of these wild card series, all 3 games, best of 3, played in the home city of the team that had a better record, essentially.
Cubs using Jameson Taillon on the mound and Yu Darvish for the Padres.
I feel bad for Yu Darvish because he was in the middle of the Houston Astros cheating, and they hit the heck out of him, and it hurt his career. I mean, imagine nobody wants to sign that guy. Got creamed in the World Series. They knew the pitches that were coming.
Yes.
So bad. Anyway, Yu Darvish is still
banging on the trash cans to give him a
all
sign.
the signals. Anyway, Yu Darvish is still a good pitcher. They just got Tatis, Machado. They've got better players, I think, than the Cubs do. But doesn't mean. Let's go Cubs. In Wrigley, we got it 3:30 pregame, 4:08 on US 105.9.
Absolutely. After the Padres blanked the Cubs at Wrigley 3-0 yesterday. So then we had another couple of games that are going into Game 3. It'll be Cleveland and Detroit with is it Guardians then?
Yep, Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Guardians.
Yes,
and it's
go back to the old school.
Winner, and again, it's in Cleveland. So.
Yes. And that's the game in the 2 o'clock hour. And the New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox. Yankees on top 4-3 yesterday. That's the 7 o'clock game. So they're kind of spreading them out a little more because the Dodgers clinched the Cincinnati Reds 2-0 in the series, but 8-4 was the final yesterday.
So now the Dodgers go to Philadelphia. It'll be a best-of-5 divisional series. Best of 5 with Philadelphia getting 3 games at home if necessary. Dodgers getting 2. But it'll be Shohei Ohtani, who has had a wonderful 2 games with the Cincinnati Reds. So has Mookie Betts. But it's just that, they kind of lagged all year. Injuries, this and that. But when the lights go on and the popcorn is popping, you got to count the Dodgers as, I think, the team to beat because they won last year's World Series and they got Freddie Freeman up and down the line. They got good people.
Yeah, this came up in my supper club yesterday, Stevie J. Cubs will face Milwaukee then, right?
Yeah.
And so that'll be interesting. North Wrigley is where the games will probably take place. That's a 5-game series, right?
Best of 5. So 3 wins at all. And then you go to the best of 7 for the National League Championship Series and the American League Championship Series. But yeah, Cubs in Milwaukee, quite a rivalry. Milwaukee's done it with a bunch of no names. Talk about no star power. Tell me if you know anybody besides the guy that I just blanked out on. Otherwise, they got a bunch of kids I've never heard of that know how to bunt and run and steal bases and do things, the small ball stuff.
Right.
But the Milwaukee Brewers' best record in baseball.
Yeah.
Man.
San Francisco 49ers, LA Rams tonight for NFL action. The Bears and Green Bay Packers will have a bye week coming into this weekend. Las Vegas is at Indianapolis Sunday at noon. We also have the WNBA Finals that'll begin coming up soon. Speaking of women's sports, we have Illinois volleyball in action at number 7 Wisconsin, 7 o'clock tonight. Parkland's volleyball team beating number 12 Illinois Central College yesterday, 3-1. I think it's 30-3 for their record. Go Cobras. Illinois softball beating Danville Area Community College in 10 innings. And we had Illinois baseball in action against EIU tonight at 5.
Always fun to go to Illinois Field and watch baseball. With Danny Hartlib's fine baseball program.
Luke Altmaier, by the way, our quarterback, named the Paul Horning Award Player of the Week as the most versatile player in college football. So congratulations
Rushed
to Luke.
for 1, passed for 2, and caught 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Passing, rushing, and receiving with 359 yards of offense for that win over USC.
And Brett Bielema, when he joined us on our Tuesday show, you can go to the podcast, StevieJ.com, and just look it up at 8:07 on Tuesday. But Brett, I don't know what he thinks of us, but he has to say, oh boy, I'm going to get questions I never get.
Giving us a lot of great insight.
No, he just assumes that Luke Altmaier's going to play in the NFL, and I think if you throw it out there, people, he's too small. I don't know. The guy's a winner. I mean, he simply takes you down the field and wins games, and he's done that, amazingly, consistently. Well, I think in the last minute he's 8-3 or something.
Yeah.
So he drives you for the final. What he did it 3 times last year, whatever it is. Luke Allmar's been a heck of a quarterback, and we only got him for like 7 more games.
I know it.
Because he's done after this, and then we'll see what happens. You can't get a better guy from the standpoint of human. Character's huge at the quarterback, particularly at
Absolutely.
quarterback. So I'm rooting for Luke Altmaier. He's had a wonderful career.
He's 22.
And still going. Check your weather. Here's our meteorologist. His name is Greg Solier.
So again, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity, back into this large, sprawling area of high pressure at the surface and up aloft, sinking air, and another round of late season heat across the area, but humidity in check. Bit of rain to the forecast early next week. That's on a cold front that'll bring temperatures briefly down to more seasonal levels late next week, and then another warm up in sight. Speaking of which, a partly sunny, warm day's worth of weather ahead for an October 2nd. 85 the forecast high. That's about 12 above average. Light southeast wind. Fair tonight will bottom out at 57, just the slightest of a southeast wind for the day tomorrow. And Saturday, sunshine. 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, 87 on Saturday. Can't rule out a local 90 on your favorite bank and barn thermometer reading, by the way. 86 and a partly cloudy Sunday, middle 80s Monday. Couple of rain showers maybe Tuesday, the high near 80. We're back in the mid 70s next Wednesday, upper 60s and low 70s with sunshine and a breeze next Thursday and Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A private report on the job market appears to back up the theory that we're in a mostly no hire, no fire economy. Outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas says U.S. employers announced fewer layoffs in September, but hiring is at the lowest level since 2009. It says there were 54,000 job cuts announced last month, though that's down 37% from August. Hiring for the whole year is under 205,000. Berkshire Hathaway is buying Occidental Petroleum's chemical business, OxyChem. Berkshire is a major investment in Occidental. It's paying $9.7 billion. OxyChem makes chemicals used in water treatment, pharmaceuticals, and healthcare. The federal government shutdown continues. Both the Dow and S&P closed at records yesterday. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosilda. Invested in you.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
I'm Clay Aiken. I am Dre DeMatteo.
Hey, everybody, it's Billy Baldwin.
Hey, everyone, it's Patricia Heaton.
Hey, everyone, I'm Nicole Palizzi.
Hey, everyone, it's Candace Bushnell.
Hey, everyone, it's Henry Golding. Hey, everyone, it's Zachary Levi. Hey, everybody's Kevin Nealon, and it's time to take the quiz.
5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox.
Thank you for taking the quiz.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to dedicated diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Happy to have the director of the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center for Urbana Parks, Urbana Park District. You have a good name. It's like a basketball. Basket by Leslie Radici. Yes. How are you?
Hello.
Nice to have
I'm
you.
great. How are you?
I'm fine. Halloween Water Carnival has my interest piqued. What are you talking about here for October 18?
Basically, we just have a whole bunch of games and different activities for kids from ages 2 to 11. And it's in the pool, it's on the deck, it's everywhere in the aquatic center. So you can come dressed up in your costume, hop into your swimsuit, do a couple in-water activities, and just have a great time.
What the heck's wrong with that? That sounds fun.
I guess you'll probably have some mermaids or something trying to do the costume and swimming at once. Right?
I'm assuming we will, yes, but they might have to watch out with their tails because some of these activities you're going to have to move around for.
We have a transient community, obviously, and there are probably still many people that actually don't know about the Aquatic Center. What would you tell them about it?
It's just a great place to come and swim laps. We have specific open swim hours that'll be coming for different, during the breaks for the Urbana School District. So fall breaks coming up, and it's just a good place to have somewhere to go and have fun.
We've had birthday parties there before too. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. And folks, you can learn about this. It's going to be spooktacular.
Exactly.
Halloween fun, 2 to 11 years old. How much does this cost, Leslie?
It costs, so if you sign up by, looks like 2 more days, October 4th, it'll be $9 for residents and $14 for non-residents. And then if you sign up by October 11th, it's $11 for residents and $17 for non-residents. So definitely get in there by Friday or by the 4th.
Yeah. Okay. You don't goof with food or anything like that, do you? Because kids get hungry.
No, there's no food here, but we do have some fun games. Like we have one called Fleshless Findings. You have to dive into the pool and get all of the different bones, the scattered bones in the pool, and then make your own skeleton.
No way.
And then points are definitely with each individual bone. So the amount of points you get equals what prize you get at the end of the carnival. So all of these games have different points.
Who invented this? It's very creative. Did you do this, Leslie?
I didn't. I can't. It's Allie Shaw. She used to work for me. Came up with this idea, and then we're kind of just going with it still. She did it last year, and we're helping it grow and continue to succeed.
That sounds fun. Leslie Radici, Director of Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. This is coming up again. If you have a 2 to 11-year-old or know somebody, your grandparents or whatever, it's October 18, 4 to 6. And again, where would they go to sign up again?
They can either go online to www.urbanaparks.org or call in or go in to Phillips Recreation Center. The phone number there is 217-367-1544, and they can help you get registered easily.
And the Halloween Water Carnival is October 18th. Now, Leslie, you and I and Janet have worked for years. I was just looking at Marketplace Mall for the 37th annual Halloween Fun Fest that's coming up. And so I believe that's like a Wednesday or something from 5 to 7. And we'll be on the costume part, which has the stage right in front of Dick's. And we see so many good costumes.
Yes, and I'm hoping some of those translate over to the Aquatic Center also, so fingers crossed.
All right.
Well, listen, fun stuff, Leslie. Thanks for your time. Hope it goes well.
Thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
A good one.
Leslie Radici.
Yes, urbanaparks.org.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255, and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting. Hey Illini fans! You love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet's special sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Kenono Luga, linebacker and special teamer.
At Good Vibes, our special teams are the installation guys. They use power tools and they know stuff.
In football, special teams are game changers because wild stuff happens on kickoff and punt returns. We shed blocks, create turnovers, and make clean tackles all at full speed.
Well, our guys mount TVs, cut in ceiling speakers, and configure complex wiring, but never at full speed. Our specialists are efficient because they're experienced but deliberate, so everything looks and performs properly.
Okay, I get the special teams. Does Good Vibes have linebackers too?
Our phone support has your back. People call up, my TV's broke or whatever. 4 out of 5 times we can walk you through a problem and fix it over the phone free. You don't get that from Team Amazon.
Any more angles to this football metaphor?
Sure, Mike's the quarterback. He hands off the product, and I'm the coach. And I'm proud to say our team won first place in the People's Choice Contest for the 5th straight year.
Not exactly the Rose Bowl, but not shabby.
All right, we're going to talk to our buddy Tim Onstad, who's, I think, down in Tennessee, getting ready for a big smoker barbecue competition.
Okay.
So he's down there, and I'm going to brief you on the chicken thighs. By the way, I've had chicken breasts for 20 years, and I'm all in on thighs.
All right.
It's way juicier, way more flavorful. And remember the week where he said dip it in honey and put some pink salt on the bottom? Mm-hmm. Yikes. That's a heck of a tip.
Nice.
And if Stevie J can do it, guess what? Yeah.
We can too.
You can, believe me.
Love it.
You can too. Very, very easy. Anyway, we'll talk to him a little bit. Our pitmaster extraordinaire, that'll be next. Fox, weather, and more sports in our final half hour this morning, 8:30 in Champaign-Urbana.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Government shutdown day 2. Senate Democrats say they won't be bullied into a government funding extension that doesn't restore health care, waste, fraud, and abuse cuts. GOP Senate Leader John Thune tells Fox.
Clean. It is nonpartisan. It is short term. It has no gimmicks. We didn't put any partisan riders on it. I mean, this is something that should be a no-brainer.
The Washington Post suggests Democrats are walking into a trap, and now President Trump has posted he's meeting with OMB Director Russ Vought today to determine which agencies should be cut, saying, I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this opportunity. Air traffic controllers working without paychecks. And at New York's LaGuardia Airport last night, a Delta regional jet on the taxiway collided at low speed with another Delta jet. Its wing clipping the other's nose cone and fuselage at an intersection with visible damage to both, one minor injury to a flight attendant. America's listening to Fox News.
Volleyball is on the air.
Hey, Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Here's a look at local news. Authorities investigating a home invasion in the Urbana area in the 1800 block of South Cottage Grove Avenue by falsely claiming to be a maintenance worker. Once inside, they used physical force in attempts to steal money from the victim. The victim able to push the man away and escape the home to call police. One person killed in a crash on Highway 45 in Champaign County Tuesday night. State police said 2 cars were involved. No names were released, but one driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Champaign-Urbana and county officials announced this year's trick-or-treating hours Wednesday. Halloween trick-or-treating held from 6 to 8 p.m. Friday, October 31st. They also said the Champaign County Board approved specific rules and guidelines. They decided that trick-or-treating is going to be held regardless of the day of the week. If the holiday falls on a weekday, trick-or-treating hours remain from 6 to 8 p.m. like it is this year. But if Halloween falls on a weekend, trick-or-treating will be held 5 to 7. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity back into this large, sprawling area of high pressure at the surface and up aloft, sinking air, and another round of late season heat across the area, but humidity in check. Bit of rain to the forecast early next week. That's not a cold front that'll bring temperatures briefly down to more seasonal levels late next week, and then another warm up in sight. Speaking of which, a partly sunny, warm day's worth of weather ahead for an October 2nd. 85 the forecast high. That's about 12 above average. Light southeast wind. Tonight will bottom out at 57, just the slightest of a southeast wind for the day tomorrow. And Saturday, sunshine, 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, 87 on Saturday. Can't rule out a local 90 on your favorite bank and barn thermometer reading, by the way. 86 and a partly cloudy Sunday, middle 80s Monday, couple of rain showers maybe Tuesday, the high near 80. We're back in the mid 70s next Wednesday, upper 60s and low 70s with sunshine and a breeze next Thursday and Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, he is on the road. Jackson, Tennessee, where he is competing. He and Donna are favored this weekend. I don't care who's there. He's always favored, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. We're about 3 hours away. Our check-in time is between noon and 2 today, and then we'll get it cranked up tomorrow with some margarita and dessert competitions.
Fun. Okay, these things just expand for, is it 2 full days?
Well, the ancillary competitions are on Friday, and then they have a dinner for us on Friday night. And then Saturday, we're cranking up and turning in.
Okay. And the field is rather strong, correct?
Yeah, there's the defending team of the year will be there. They were in Mount Vernon and kicked our butts, so we're going to try to get a little revenge.
Yeah, no trash talking though, huh?
No, it's... You talk, earlier this morning, John was talking about sports unifying and that type of thing, and I was thinking, well, barbecue unifies more than sports. It just brings people together, and that was the original political rally with barbecues, and that's how politicians got their word across, and it's just historically one of the best things that bring people together.
It is. It really is. You love and you respect each other because you know what it takes to do what you're doing. It's a lot of work, sir.
Yeah, there's a little bit of trash talk, but everybody understands and respects what each other does. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my favorite Stevie J invented trash talk is soccer. I've invented one for soccer. It's called. Are you ready? Here you go. You can't kick ball. You can't kick ball. That's my favorite trash talk. Anyway, it's good to have Tim Onstadt, pitmaster, wonderfully. So what is the, you kind of got good at you popped up and you're doing good in pork now, desserts now. Brisket is kind of the thing you scored a perfect score on and won at one big competition. Is your favorite brisket still?
That is kind of our natural, it's hard to explain, but we can tell what's going on with brisket, and we know exactly what we did wrong when we screw it up like we have the last few times. But it takes, we haven't cooked as much this year. It takes a lot of trial and error and skill, and we haven't quite shook the rust off yet. But we've got an awesome brisket, probably the best raw meat that I've ever had. And I think I texted a picture of you that it was a beefcake because the flat fit in an 11 by 14 pan perfectly.
Can you go to your handheld. Diane's making me do this.
I mean, I think it'd be better if you picked up.
Is it possible, Tim? I know you're on the road, so.
You got to pick up, yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that.
Yeah, how's that?
That's a little bit better because every word you say has value, baby. I want to tell you about my thighs, the chicken thighs that you've coached me through. Janet thought it was stunning the other night. I put by the way, chicken thighs, where have I been? I always got chicken breasts. The thighs are way better.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to try something new this weekend. We're actually going to cook up thighs and drumsticks and see if one is a little better than the other one. And we may put both in the box. We may cram 6 thighs and six drumsticks in the box and see, because they're both dark meat and both have that moisture and flavor. And a lot of teams have won with drumsticks. So, but Stevie, I love the pictures you sent me of your thighs, and I'm sure the flavor is wonderful. We're going to impress Jan a little bit. We're going to turn it up a notch so that she has that presentation too.
Well, my presentation kind of sucks. I mean, yours just looks so pretty. It's perfect. You have lettuce bed, the whole thing.
Right.
Mine is like, oh, that's good. It's real good, but you kind of make it pretty like a cruise ship, and you do that. Yours is just perfect.
Well, presentation is one of the scoring points on competition. So we make them look like little chicken pillows.
That's pretty fun. Anyway, I dipped it in honey and put a little pink salt, and it just, I don't know, why does that do so well? What is up with that?
It's a balance. You hear chefs talk about the balance of flavors, and it doesn't matter what the profile is. If it's too sweet or too salty or too hot, too spicy, it's not going to sit well. But if it's got a balance of flavors, it's going to make your mouth happy.
Yeah, it does, and I really appreciate the tip.
With chicken, what you've got is that savory, in the rub or the sauce, and then you want a little bit of sweet and a little bit of salty, and that's what that honey and salt gives you at the end. And it just makes a balance in your mouth.
It's Tim Onstadt. Listen to every word he says because he's right about it. And if I can do those chicken thighs spiced up, and I use the Tuffy and I use the Tony Cheshire, so I'm getting better. I'm kindergarten level, hoping to advance to first grade soon. In any event,
hey, there's some people working on getting me to the Ohio State game to do a tailgate, and if that happens, Stevie, you and I will step aside and we'll get some chicken thighs going, and just for you and a guest, a couple of guests, and Stevie will make some chicken thighs.
If you're going to the Ohio State game, then it's going to take Stevie J's kind of clout to call and change the 11 o'clock kickoff till 2 because we got the pitmaster in town. I need about 3 more hours, man. What are you doing to me?
That means we'll have to start at about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you let me know if you'll be there. Let me ask you about Gail Frericks Trucking. You got some harvest done and finishing, and next week or 2 you're probably going to be done with all that. Is that going well?
Well, it is going well. The beans are about done, starting on corn, so that's going to be... So we're right about smack dab in the middle.
Awesome.
Of course, we crank it up with a few more trucks necessary to haul the bigger volumes of corn. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting and busy couple of weeks. I think we do have one harvest spot open if anybody is looking for something right now and make some money in a hurry and have a little fun doing it. It's a fun job. We got a lot of drivers really want to do that.
It's really fun.
But got a regional spot open. Somebody wants to get in with GFT and make some good money, get home on weekends, enjoy their family life too. It's always an option.
How would we reach you if somebody said, "Yeah, I'll jump in. I got that skill"?
Oh, they can email me at timo@gftlog.com. They can call my cell phone at 765-505-1295 while we're out of town, or they can get me in the office at 765-793-7131.
Gail Frericks Trucking. How's Dedicated Diesel and the remaining Dixie Choppers? How's that doing in Urbana?
Hey, I was in there last week for orientation, and the farmers were coming in hot and heavy, getting their trucks and grain trucks and their trailers inspected at the safety lane. Dixie Chopper is going well. We had a gentleman come in, a couple of them last week actually, that were looking for the deals that we had promoted on here. And
excellent.
And I know that we got one of them set up, and Andy is geared up for end of season service. So we're looking good there.
Hey, listen, you let me know how you're doing down in Jackson, Tennessee. What do I got here on the...
said that it would be all right for me to take
June
this time
Carter?
to
Is
just
that
say
her?
a few words
That's
to
right.
all of you
Let me
wonderful
see if I
people
can
and
get
all.
it. Hold on, here we go. Let's see. There we go.
Maybe we'll
This is Jackson, isn't it? That's where you are.
Yeah, we're born in a fever.
There you go. Right on cue.
Man. Hey, listen, Tim Onstadt, Dale Frericks Trucking Dedicated Diesel. Have a great weekend. Let me know. You're going to do great. You're just going to do great.
Appreciate you guys. Go Illini.
Hey, go Illini. Tim Onstadt, Jackson, Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com. Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheeseburgers, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State. From Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity back into this large, sprawling area of high pressure at the surface and up aloft, sinking air and another round of late season heat across the area, but humidity in check. Bit of rain to the forecast early next week. That's not a cold front that'll bring temperatures briefly down to more seasonal levels late next week, and then another warm up in sight. Speaking of which, a partly sunny, warm day's worth of weather ahead for an October 2nd. 85 the forecast high. That's about 12 above average. Light southeast wind. Tonight will bottom out at 57, just the slightest of a southeast wind for the day tomorrow. And Saturday, sunshine, 88 tomorrow, 61 tomorrow night, 87 on Saturday. Can't rule out a local 90 on your favorite bank and barn thermometer reading, by the way. 86 and a partly cloudy Sunday, middle 80s Monday, couple of rain showers maybe. Tuesday, the high near 80. We're back in the mid 70s next Wednesday, upper 60s and low 70s with sunshine and a breeze next Thursday and Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
What is most important to you in your life?
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Looking for a roof you could count on? Call Freedom Roofing. Locally owned and proudly serving Central Illinois. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing or even siding, Freedom Roofing gets the job done right. With over 280 5-star Google reviews, you know you're working with a team you can trust. Quality work, honest prices, and service that stands tall, just like the flag we fly. Visit freedomchampagne.com today. Freedom Roofing, built on integrity, powered by pride.
Okay, well, we got the show this afternoon. Evan and Curtis, the drive is on 3 to 5, and repeat the 3 o'clock hour and the 5 o'clock hour if you miss it. We got that going on. It is Thursday. Diane, you'll be at the iHotel tonight for the Lifeline Connect.
That's right. I have fellow planners also with the Champaign Center Partnership that have this craft crawl for local craft brews on Saturday, October 4th from 1 to 5 at over 21 stops in downtown Champaign. So if you wanted to sign up for that and take in a wonderful weekend with a lot of other people, it's champagncenter.com.
And you're talking about knitting, crochet,
craft meaning craft beers.
When you said craft, I thought knitting.
When I was at the Women's Business Council talking about that, they're like, do you bring your own scissors?
Yeah, exactly.
Glue?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Local brews.
Paper machete.
Rigs.
Paper
triptych.
mache. Yeah. All right, Diane, we'll get the weekend going tomorrow on the radio.
Yes, enjoy the day.
That is Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. We shall meet, God willing, back on the radio tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great Thursday.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do installation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world called Dixie Chopper. Go to dedicated diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rates in year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.